As a child, I watched my parents boost our immune system every single time Harmattan came. Every single time there was a threat, there was a rumor of these typicals, they will buy us multivitamins to ensure we do not contact any of them. Now, I told myself I didn't like the reactive part of parenting that exhibited. But at the same time, I found myself doing the same with my children. And I asked myself a question, Amarachi, are you being reactive or proactive? It's not about the flu, but about life. Are we those who only get to react when situations come up, or rather people who prepare for challenges? Preparedness is not about being reactive or spontaneous or responding to a call. It's about you being intentional in preparing yourself to be able to stand the test of time while you falsify your inner self, to face these challenges at the long run. As a preteen, I watched my father uphold his personal and family values. He would sit for hours creating intellectual property. He would open his doors for people to come in and have what they need when they didn't have it. I admired that about my father, and that formed my ideology of what beauty was. For me, beauty was you being able to use your intellectual property, your intellectual capability to create content, solutions to real-life problems. It was about me being selfless in my service to humanity. But every single thing changed when I moved from the location where we lived to a different location. In that location, their ideology of beauty was oval face. It was fine legs. It was the curves. It was how many boys made a pass at you. It was about how many people knocked at your father's door to ask for your hand in marriage. That didn't suit what I called beauty. And that affected me entirely because I wasn't prepared to face such environmental challenges. I watched myself gradually withdraw from the crowd. Parties were known because my square face, my yummy legs, and my muscular arms didn't suit the lens of what beauty was to them. I was totally withdrawn by silently agreeing to what their judgment was about beauty. Over time, I found myself hiding behind long sleeves and long skirts. I could hardly walk from one point to the other because I didn't look like what their regular traditional beauty was. It was totally who I was. Thankfully, a lady called Uche Alo found me and saw the things, the potentials in me, and held me and told me two major things that I held on to. She said, be cautious about what and who you allow space into your mind. They have the power to either make you or mar you. And secondly, she said, you decide what femininity means to you, not what others have defined it to be. That was the wake-up call for me. I took up myself and I told myself, yummy legs, only yummy legs, we move. One of those days in school, I found myself being sent by my teacher to go get something at my commandant's office. To her, it was an errand, but to me, it was a death sentence. And I'll tell you why. Because from the point my classroom was to the point where she sent me to an errand was a massive field, and classes were going on. Empty field, nobody was there. So it was just me, my yummy legs, moving from that point to the other point. It was indeed a death sentence. But hopefully, I found myself walking through that path, asking myself questions. Why am I here? It felt like everyone in class was looking at me and asking themselves, who is that yellow CC? And what are those legs for? As I walked through that path, it felt like I was parading my two legs for a clown. It was clowny, parading myself round that road to that particular point. I shot through that way, closing my legs to each other, closing them to each other and asking myself questions. Is this what life is all about? But I made it back to the classroom with the marker board, and my dignity intact. Though I ask myself several questions, how come my father didn't teach me why he did what he did? It's not enough as a parent to show what your children should emulate. It's very important to tell them why you do what you do. And at this point, I'm going to share a few things you need to do as a parent, a teacher, a caregiver, when you have your children and everyone around you. 1, guard your space. It's very your space. Choose who you give the VIP space in your mind. They can't determine if you're going to unleash your potentials or not. Number 2, choose your friends wisely. Choose who stays in your circle. Are they people who uplift you or diminish you? Number 3, seek support. I didn't know it was important to seek support, but gracefully, someone found me and gave me the support that I needed. Seek support, professional support with people who you connect with and have what it takes to help you become the person you want to become. And number 4, tell yourself, these are my rules of life. Whatever it is you want to do, have a set out policy for yourself. It doesn't matter what someone else have decided, but what you decide for yourself is what will take you where you want to go to. So I end by saying this. Pick a piece of paper and write. Who is occupying your space? Is it an old ideology? Is it an old belief? Is it an abuse of the past? Or something someone had said to you that is keeping you from unleashing your potentials? It's very important that you have the permission to decide what you allow and what you do not allow. Mental health is real. And when your mental health is distorted, there's a high possibility that you can never achieve your goals. To every single parent sitting down here, I want to urge you, whatever you do, don't just say, oh, they see me do it. Teach why you do what you do. And to every single young person sitting down here, I want to also tell you, decide what you allow and what you don't allow. Let the ideas and the future that you have inside you propel you at every single point in time. Not what somebody has said to you or what others are doing. And to every one of us, it is our collective responsibility to work together, to empower our young people, to think critically, to have the resilience they need to be able to unleash their potentials. Thank you very much.